Thanks for clicking on Just Best Fitness. I'm your trainer Jasper Bravo, and today we are training our back. And this is a LAT focused back, which means if you're somebody who has an issue with the width of the back, you're somebody who wants to look wide and you want that symmetry so that you have a wide shoulder and a big back with a small waist, this is the video for you. And we are going to do just that. We are going to work out our backs and we are going to concentrate on the width of the back, which means after all is said and done, if you continuously do this workout, you're going to have a very wide back, a back that if you pass around, anybody looking at you from behind will always notice that you are somebody who works out. And that also will give you an illusion of having a smaller waist. Anytime you have that big wide back, it makes you look like you have a smaller waist, which is always that classic look that every bodybuilder is looking for, and every fit guy out there always wants that. Even the ladies usually want the figure 8, being big at the top, big at the bottom, with a small waist. So the same I think also applies to men somehow. So this is just the video to just do that. We're going to go through a workout, and this is a workout that is going to last for about 30 minutes. If you do this with a very short rest, it can last for 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how long you will be resting in between the sets. And you know, if you go to the gym and you're somebody who tells stories and you waste so much time around the water area, then you can spend more time, and obviously most of the time you'll be in the gym, you will not be working out but doing other things. But if you get to the gym to just attack the weight and work out, then you'll spend like an hour. As always, we start our back workout with the pull-up warm-up, and you're going for 10 reps for the first set, just to warm up the shoulders, the back, and even the joints, that is the elbows, to make sure that the body is ready for that, for whatever is just about to come forward. And always that is good for injury prevention. Right now there's an injury I'm having that came from me training my neck workout. Always gets me into some shit, and right now I'm feeling it, but I took some painkillers before this workout just to be able to at least do this workout. So we're starting. The first workout is going to be a bar bend over bar pull up pulls. Wow, these are the bend over bar row, sorry for that. And this workout is responsible for the thickness of the back. If you want to have that thick back that will make you look like you have rivers passing all over, crisscrossing your back, then this is the workout for you. I've just done the first set and I felt it was good enough, and because the weight is not that light as it feels, I don't see the need of adding for this second set. I just repeat the same weight and aim for at least 10 to 15 reps, because today is a day we are doing moderate weight. We're not going for the light weight, neither are we going for the heavy weight. We're just going for the moderate weight. That is a range rep of around, let's say, 8 to 15. Now we're done with that. We're heading direct now to dumbbell rows, and this is 50 kilograms by the way, and we are starting. Oops, that bench had an issue, so I'm trying to fix it and maybe use it from this angle, and it just feels off. It just feels off. And this is something very important. Anytime when you're doing any workout, get a place that is comfortable so that you concentrate on working out, not stabilizing yourself. So I've gotten a place that is more stable, a place that I know I'll be concentrating on doing this workout without any problems. And I'm starting with the first set of that. Already the back is ready for this workout. Most of the time when I do these rows, I usually do them at the end, because in this gym we don't have really heavy weights. The heaviest weight we have is the one I'm using right here, which is 50 kilograms. So when I do this workout when I'm super fresh, I find that the weights is just too light. I normally like doing it when I'm already kind of tired, so that I don't really need so much weight for me to get to failure, and I don't have to do super many reps to even to get to failure, because that's also important. You need to have a weight that you don't go for so many reps for you to get to failure. Now that one was the first set for that, and it felt good, so we repeat it. When something feels good, of course we repeat it. Now this is another set, the second set, and we're just doing the same. controlling the weight as always. Some people I see jacking the weight around, and if you notice you're jacking the weight, most often than not, you'll find that it's because you're using a weight that is too heavy for you. And if that's the case, of course, you know what to do. Reduce the damn weight. You don't ego lift, because that will cause injury and you'll not look as big as the weight you're lifting. Sometimes you get to the gym, you find guys who are super big, lift super heavy weight, especially on the bench. You find guys who are lifting super heavy weights on the bench, but when they remove their shirts, and even if they don't remove their shirts, through the shirts you can notice that they have very flat chests. So you just wonder, where is this all weight going to? Why are you lifting so heavy and yet you can't see the results? Maybe that's mainly because when people lift these heavy weights, number one, they forget about mind muscle connection and they concentrate more on the weight that they're lifting, and that one can make you not grow as much weight because you don't engage the muscle as much. And then number two, most of the time you find that the form is not good enough, and the form is what engages the muscle to order it to grow. If you don't move your muscles the right way, they will not grow the right way. So we're going to the next workout, and this one is another LAT workout. Remember, today we are concentrating on LAT, the part of the back that is responsible for the width of the back, and we are going for this V close grip pull down. This is a LAT pull down, but is a close grip. And this is a workout I've not done for some times, and that's why today it feels challenging, and I've chosen to go for weights that allows me to go for moderate weight. But I noticed it was super heavy, and because of that I didn't get to that pump before getting to failure really well. So I decided to do some supersets with the pull-ups. So I'm just head direct to the pull-ups just after doing that close grip lat pull down, and already I'm feeling like the grip is giving me issues. By the way, don't wonder why I'm doing that. My grip is just fucked up just after doing that, and it's okay as long as that's the price we have to pay for building that big back. Now we're heading to the second set of the same workout, and right now you noticed I reduced the weight for the same reason I told you guys. I reduced the weight so that I can control the weight better and I can engage my muscles best. So right now that's what I'm doing right now, and as you can notice, I'm really controlling the eccentrics, the concentrics, and a little bit of eccentric down here, which means I'm just not jacking the weight back up when I feel like we've reached down. But you notice that at least when I get down here, I still control the weight, and that one is for the sake of we superset with the pull-ups again. And as always, I told you that sometimes I just do this to get to failure and just to hit that muscle so badly, because when I get to the gym, it's not usually my time to joke around and to fuck around with the weight. It's just the time to torture that body. The way is it Seneca that says this, that I treat my body so ruthlessly so that it can always obey my mind when I order it. For lack of, I don't know, I've paraphrased it, but that's what generally that means. Treat my body so toughly so that when I want to order it, it has to obey my mind. Now this is the next workout, which is the wide lat pull down, the wide grip, and that one is also we're going for super moderate weights, and I just did about 10 reps there. Then I supersetted the kneeling pullover. And guys, if you don't do the kneeling pullover, try it. It will give you an awesome pump, especially around the lat area, because of that squeeze that you'll be getting down here, and also the stretch that you get up there. Normally when you do the standing pullovers, I notice that I don't really get that awesome squeeze that I get when I'm kneeling down. So you can also try that, and you let me know how it feels in your workout. Now the second set is another lat pull down, the lat pull down machine, and right now you can see the weight is quite heavy, but that's moderate for me. You see, heavy and light is always relative. It depends with the level of fitness that you are at. Sometimes when I've not been working out for sometimes and I come, the weight, this one, I would consider this one to be a heavy weight, but right now this is a very moderate weight. In fact, if I wanted to go heavy, I will add some maybe 20 or 30 more pounds over there to start considering it somewhere close to being heavy. And as usual, of course, we are supersetting this workout with the kneeling pull overs, just to get that awesome squeeze and to drain everything out of the tank for each and every set, because we want always to do each and every set as though it was the last one. And why do we do that? Because you never know when all this could end. Imagine somebody comes and calls you and imagine, just assuming that you go with your phone to the gym, which I don't, but if you go with your phone to the gym, then you're called for an emergency and you have to head home, and imagine that you've already done your best. The first 2 sets were already to failure. At least you'll be going home and knowing that you've sent some signal to the muscles to grow. But imagine now you go to the gym and all the sets you were doing were just shallow and they're just half-assed. Then somebody calls you and you have to go home and leave your workout. It will kind of feel like you did nothing, and I just don't like feeling that way. Of course, that's a rare scenario, but you never know. This is life, always full of uncertainties. Now, this is the next workout, and this is the pullovers, but now the standing ones, and I'm supersetting it with the lat pull down, but now this is the alternating wide lat pull down. That's quite a cumbersome name, but it is what it is. I know you understand what I'm saying. Now just use the normal lat pull down machine, but now I alternate one after the other, and this one is just to help me get that awesome squeeze, because you notice this is a squeeze that you can't normally get when you're just using this machine. Wow, as it's been designed to. But now if you do these alternating sides, it feels so awesome, and it feels so excruciatingly painful, especially down there, because of that squeeze. And you know, at the gym, pain is what we love. Pain is good. Pain is not necessarily bad. Now this is the second set for pullover, and we are just doing the same weight. I know we have added a little bit. We've added like 20 pounds just to make it more challenging, and because this is the last set for this workout, for this specific exercise, I just want to make sure that I get everything out of it. As I told you earlier, when you get to the gym, we just do everything to our level best. Each and every set has to be the best it could be, and each and every rep the same has to be the best it could be, so that you never know, it could be your last, so that you make that workout wholesomely be the best that you could have, because you never know, it could be your last. Things happen in this life. You could die when you could drop dead out of this gym, but I know I will always feel better dropping dead out of the gym knowing that I just had a hell of a workout. Now this is another superset for that workout, and as you can see, we are squeezing that lats, and right now my back is screaming. And if you're doing this, or if you're just following along this workout and you've decided to do this program, I know you will be feeling it by the moment you get to this stage. The back will be screaming for help. Now we go to the next workout. This is now a more concentrated on the upper back, that is the traps, the trapezius muscles, and that is shrugs with the dumbbells. I love them with the dumbbells because number one, it's favorable for my spine. I usually have an issue with my discs around the upper part of my back. When I use the bar, I feel a little bit twitch up there. I don't know what's up. Maybe I have an injury, which I'll be able to check one day when we have enough money, because in my country we have issues with medical health. It's super expensive over here. We have a president by the name Kasongo, and he's not helping anyhow. Now I do this workout and with the dumbbells just to make sure that I can still manage that injury before I get the money to go to the hospital and get checked. It's an injury I've had for like 4 or 5 years. That's how bad my country is, by the way. Those are the things you go through when you're living in a third world country. You have just to make do with whatever you have. But am I complaining? No. I love my life so badly. I can enjoy these facilities, and I enjoy very good food in my country, and I live a good life, by the way. According to the standards I live of most people in this world, I'm among those people who are living a very good life, and I'm very grateful. So this is the second set for the dumbbells and dumbbell shrugs, and I always advise that when you're doing the dumbbells or any type of shrugs, try to go for the high reps, because in this workout the range of motion is super short. So just to help you get that time and attention, you'll always try to do the high reps to compensate for the short range of motion. Is that really making sense? If I am, tell me in the comments below if you are enjoying this workout, and if you are enjoying my voice and whatever the type of advice and the motivation I give you, you can like the video and also you share. And as we are still continuing the workout, don't just click out. Right now is the time for us to check the gains and see how we have done. And I can tell that, I'm impressed with that back. It's so pumped, and I just love it. We already look like we're using steroids, guys. And guess what? Not yet. No, never. We always commit to be full time, a lifetime natural, and that's what we care about, because in this channel we care so much about longevity, good health above everything else. We care about being healthy, and feeling good more than looking big. So that's why we don't really recommend using any type of drugs to help you perform or to help you grow muscles or whatsoever. Of course, the people use Ozempic, and according to research, we're told that so far there are no people who have any serious problems when they use Ozempic to lose weight. But now the problem with that drug is that you lose some of your muscles and bone density, and I don't think that's something you want, because as we all know that muscles is your longevity organ. So anything that makes you lose your muscle is the enemy of your longevity. So personally, I would not advise that. But you can see that back, by the way. Just saw this how I posed it, and I hope you are seeing that body. I hope you are enjoying that site. And if you want to have such a body, this is the type of workout that I do, by the way. There's nothing spectacular, there's nothing crazy. I don't do any jumping overhead type of, let's say, muscle up, all those crazy workouts that you watch on IG. I don't do those ones. I just do this simple old school workout, and they give me result as always. And my food is also very simple. My staple is always eggs, meat, beans, lentils, vegetables, mainly cabbage, kales, spinach, avocado, peanuts. I don't eat complicated stuff, just the simple stuff, and I always feel good doing that. So if you've watched the whole video, just like, and if you subscribed, let me see you in the next one.